Finance is very important for economic development. Every nation, its financial system should be efficient because it helps in inflow and outflow of funds. That means it mobilizes the funds or channelizes the funds for productive purposes. As we know, before independence, our financial system was very weak. It was an unorganized sector. But after independence, it became organized. It includes banks, security exchanges, pension funds, insurance, central bank, national regulatory bodies, etc. So these institutions they helps to carry economic transaction and helps to channelize the savings of people into investment. At present, we follow a mixed economic system. It means that in India, the financial sector includes both private and public sector financial institutions. Even the government has started a lot of financial institutions for the economic development of our country. So financial system means an institutional framework existing in a country to enable financial transaction, which means that it helps to channelize the savings from people and it will be invested in productive purposes. So it will lead to the economic development of our country. The four main components of Indian financial system are financial institutions, financial markets, financial instruments, and financial services. So, in financial institutions, it includes banking institutions and non-banking institutions. In financial market, it includes money market and capital market. In financial instruments, it includes term funds and other type of securities. And in financial services, it includes fund-based services and fee-based services. So in this entire subject, we will be discussing about these terms. The main functions of financial institution or financial system is to mobilize the savings of people. It also helps to promote investment and it encourages people to invest in financial assets. It helps to create credit and also it provides various financial services like insurance services, capital market services, etc. And also it helps in development of backward areas. Now let us discuss various financial institutions working in India. The first one is RBI, Reserve Bank of India. So this bank was created mainly for the economic development of our nation. It was started in the year 1935 as a private institution and it was nationalized in 1948. It is the monetary authority which regulates and controls the issue of banknotes and also it keeps Industrial Financial Corporation. It started in the year 1948. The main aim of IFC or Industrial Financial Corporation of India Limited is to the development of industries. It helps to provide medium and long term credit to the industries. So it is the first industrial development bank in India. SBI, State Bank of India. It was established in the year 1921 by amalgamating three banks, namely Presidency Banks of Madras, Bombay and West Bengal. At first, it was named as the Imperial Bank of India. At the beginning stage, it was only given certain central banking functions. But after the nationalization of RBI, it was withdrawn and the RBI was assigned the central banking function of India. So in 1956, it was nationalized and renamed as State Bank of India. At present, SBI is the largest bank in India. State Financial Corporation, SFC. In 1951, the Government of India passed State Finance Corporation Act. The main aim is to meet the needs of small and medium industries. By passing the State Finance Corporation Act, every state in India was able to start state financial corporation in their states. ICICI, Industrial Credit and Investment Corporation of India. It was established in the year 1955. The main aim is to assist and promote the private industrial concerns. At present, ICICI is a new generation bank which provides banking services to all sectors. Life Insurance Corporation (LIC). In 1956, the Government of India has merged 245 life insurance companies in India and they formed Life Insurance Corporation. It is wholly owned by the Government of India and it is mainly doing life insurance business. Refinance Corporation of India (RCI). It was established in the year 1958 and the main aim is to provide refinance facilities to banks against term loans. So what do you mean by refinance? Refinance means new loans at lower interest rates against the term loans. For example, if a bank has a deposit of rupees 100 and they are lending the whole money, then there will be no cash for them to lend more. So at that time, the bank can go to Refinance Corporation and they can give the loan as an guarantee, and Refinance Corporation they will provide a short-term loan to the bank. So here the Refinance Corporation of India provides new loans to the banks at lower interest against the term loans. So in 1964 it was merged with IDBI Bank, Industrial Development Bank of India. Industrial Development Bank of India (IDBI). It was established in the year 1964. The main aim is to assist the institutions engaged in financing industries. At the beginning stage, it was established wholly on subsidiary of RBI, and 1976 it was taken over by the Government of India. So IDBI is mainly focusing on four areas. For the first sector or first area is project financing. Second area, development of backward areas. Next, new enterprise financing, and the last one, development of capital market. At present, IDBI is also a new generation bank which is providing various services to the all sectors in India. GIC, General Insurance Corporation. In 1972, the entire general insurance business in India was nationalized through the GIC Act, and the GIC was formed in 1972. So GIC has four subsidiaries. First one is National Insurance Company Limited, New India Insurance Company Limited, Oriental Insurance Company Limited, and United Insurance Company Limited. So they provide not only general insurance facilities but also they provide various other insurance or financial assistance such as loans, underwriting, subscribing shares and debentures, placement of short-term deposits with companies, etc. Unit Trust of India (UTI). It was established in the year 1963 as a public sector investment institution. That means they will collect the money from the general public and they will invest it in public sector institutions. So the main aim is to mobilize savings and channelize it into productive investment. Now it provides financial assistance to private sector also. Unit Trust of India has three subsidiaries. First one is UTI Bank Limited, next UTI Investor Service Limited, third UTI Security Exchange Limited. We all know about NABARD, National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. It was established in the year 1982 mainly for the development of agriculture and rural development. So it provides financial assistance to institutions involved in the area of rural development. So the main aim is to integrate various financial institutions involved in area of rural development. It also provides guidance in matters concerning formulation and implementation of rural development programs. Exim Bank, Export and Import Bank of India. It was established in the year 1982. The main aim is to assist the activities of financial institutions engaged in foreign trade. For example, if a company want to import a certain good from US, so at that time they should have to provide a bank guarantee. So here the Exim Bank will act as a guarantor, and so that the company can import certain goods from US. And it also provides refinance facility to other financial institutions against export or import financial activities. SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. It was established in the year 1990. The main aim is to promote, finance and develop small scale industries in India. SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. It was established in the year 1992. Till that time, the entire capital market was controlled by CCI, Controller of Capital Issue. But after 1992, the CCI was abolished, and in that place the SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, was placed. So it was given statutory status in 1992 by passing the SEBI Act. The main objective of the SEBI is to protect the investors, promote the development of security market and other related activities relating to the securities market. DFHI, Discount and Finance House of India Limited. It was established in the year 1988, and its main aim is to develop secondary market for money market instruments. What do you mean by secondary market? Secondary market is the market where which the existing securities or financial instruments are being dealt with. What do you mean by money market? Money market means it is a market where which the borrowing and lending of short-term funds are taken place. So it's actually not dealing with the real money, but with financial assets or instruments such as commercial paper, certificate of deposits, treasury bills, commercial paper, etc. STCI, Securities and Trading Corporation of India Limited. It was established in the year 1991. The main aim is to promote secondary market for the debt market instruments. As I told before, the secondary market is the market where which the already existing securities or instruments are being dealt with. So what do you mean by debt market instruments? So here the debt instruments means the companies may raise funds by promising to repay the lender in accordance with the terms of contract. The debentures or long-term loans are example of debt market instruments.